Deepika Tiwari from LG Institute of Engineering and Technology from IT ICT department. I am going to take the session from module 4, that is A to D and D to A converters. The topic that we are going to study in this session is analog to digital converters. Okay, so we are having basically two types of converter circuits, that is A to D and D to A, analog to digital and digital to analog. So in this session, we are going to have a detailed session on the analog to digital converter. Okay, moving forward in A to D converters, there is a step to be followed. So there is a two-step process that need to follow in order to convert analog signals to digital signals. Okay, so the two steps that process here is quantizing and encoding. Now, what do you mean by quantizing? Quantizing means breaking down analog value in a set of finite states. And what do you mean by encoding? So encoding is assigning a digital word or a number to each state and matching it with the input signal. And with respect to that input, we will get the output. Now, the two of the processes that we have seen here, we will see the in detail process of it. That is, first of all, we'll see what do you mean by quantizing. Okay, so what do you mean by quantizing? We have already know it's a finite number of sets. Here, the number of possible states that the converter can output is, the formula is n is equals to 2 raised to n, where n, small n, is the number of bits in the A to D converter, and with respect to that, we are having the quantization size, which is equal to V max, that is voltage max, minus voltage minimum, divided by your n, which you are supposing it for that converter. Okay, so this will be having with respect to one graph. As you can see here, we are having a graph value, which value is provided as x of t, and you are getting a structure in the form of sampling value, that is points with 1, 2, 3, 4. Now these points can vary with respect to the L value that you are supposing it. One more graph, as you can see here, which is starting from 0, 0, 0, it ends at 1, 1, 1. But when it ends at 1, 1, 1, the value we will get as is x of t, which is y equal to x of t. Now, as you can see, it's a zigzag or a step-like structure because it's a digital way. Its value is in the form of discrete, that is 0, 1. So with respect to that and a 3-bit value, so we are starting with 0, 0, 0, and the value ends at 1, 1, 1. Now moving forward, we can see one example and we can understand the topic. It is quantizing. Now here the example, suppose we are having a 3-bit A to D converter and you are applying a voltage, that is 0 to 10 volt signals. Now whenever you are taking a voltage value, we are knowing we have to define it, that is V max and V minimum value. So here V max value is 10 and V minimum value is 0. Now how to do this means how to count the analog signal and how to divide the groups. So here we will separate them into a set of discrete states. Now how we will separate them? So how we will take it? Suppose first of all we will take the value of n. Now n is equal to, here it's a 3-bit value. So the formula is n is equals to 2 raised to n. So here n is equals to 2 raised to 3, which is equal to 8. So the possible number of groups that we got is 8. Now we need to find out the quantization size. Size we need to understand. Without size we cannot divide the values. So here the size, that is Q, is equals to V max, that is 10 volt, minus V minimum, that is 0 volt, divided by N. N is here we got as 8. So we will get the value as 1.25 volt. Okay, now 1.25 volt, we got the size. Now we will divide this N, 8 bits, into 8 possible combinations with the gap of 1.25. So here we will get a table as you can see here, output signals is, output states is there, and discrete voltage ranges are given with respect to the quantization size that we got, that is 1.25 volt. With respect to that, the first value as we are taking is 0. So at that point, we will divide the group. How we will divide? We will take 0.00, first initial value, till 1.25 volt. So this is our first group. Now we got the value as 1.25. We'll furthermore divide it as the second value is 1. So at that position, as you can see, 1.25. We'll start with 1.25 and we'll add 1.25 to it. We'll get 2.50. So this is what our second group. This is how we will go till the eighth position value, that is 7. Here 8 means 0 to 7 values. So here the last value is 7 and that the last value should be get as 10 volt. So here 8.75, the last value is still 10 volt and the range is also 10 because the last Vmax value which is given to us in this example is 10 volt. So we need to divide this 10 volt only in 8 possible combinations, and that possible combination is with respect to the size that we got, that is 1.25. So this is what quantization is. That is a process in order to convert analog to digital. This, if we are knowing it, then and only then we can divide the voltages and we can have the signal. Okay. So this is what. Now with respect to quantization, we'll have encoding. Now what do you mean by encoding? In the example itself and in the definition itself, the encoding means it is a group of discrete values, but it's a predefined state. We need not have to group them with respect to some formula. So here encoding will have the possible combination, as suppose we are taking an example of same as we have taken in quantizing, that is 3-bit A to D converter. Now here, suppose we assign the digital binary number, that is 3-bit. Then if we are assigning a 3-bit value, then we are getting the 3-bit conversions as from 0 to 7. So 3-bit, for first value it will be 000, second value it will be 001, third value it will be 010, fourth value it will be 011. So these are the different combinations we are getting as if we are taking the 3-bit value, and with respect to this 3-bit combination, we will get directly the combination, and that we will put in encoding. So here the table we will get as, we need not have to calculate anything. The sequence of 3-bit will be our encoding signals. So here, as you can see, output signal state, that is 10. Its encoding binary output will be 000. Meaning that we need not have to group it. We will just directly will get the value. This is the encoding is. Okay. Now we are having two-step process. Means we are having quantizing and encoding as a part of signal transmission. But whenever we are dividing the signals and we are taking as an output value of a signal and we are providing in the converter, that time we need have to find out the actual form of the signal. Now for that actual form, we need have to know the sampling process. So here the third concept comes in A to D converter is sampling. Now what do you mean by sampling? It is a process of taking a sufficient number of discrete values at a point on a waveform that will define the shape of the waveform, because we are taking input as an analog. So that will be in the form of waveforms, sine waves. So that sine waves will have to find out the shape of it. So for that we need to take a set of discrete values and we need to find out how it goes. It is a smooth structure, it's a zigzag structure, or it's a width structure. That structure we need to find it out. That how we will find it out? We will take a sampling process, or we will take the two conditions, and then we will find it out whether the waveforms are given in which form. Now when the form is defined, we have taken the form, that the more samples you take, the more accurately you will define the waveform. So as many sampling process will be done, the answer or the digital format that we want from analog will be more accurate. So sampling is a process that when the discrete values are defined from the two of the techniques, after that the sampling will take the discrete values which are defined in the conditions, and then we will find out the analog signal that we need to provide in the system. So after sampling, we need to understand the converters. So we are having total 3 types of converters of A to D, that is flash ADC, which are also known as parallel comparators. Second type we have is digital RAM, dual slow, counter slow. These are different names of the same ADC converter. The third type of converter is successive approximation ADC. So these are the 3 types of A to D converters where input is already defined by the processor. Now, when we are looking into the converter process, we need to find out, first of all, how the techniques of the converter is based on. Like if I'm talking about any of the converter, we need to find out what is the actual signal being provided, what is the actual process is being done, and how the output is being formed. So for that, we need to study the in-depth converter circuit. So for that, today in this session, we will be only studying the first type of A to D converter. The second two types we will be studying in the next session. Okay, so starting with the first type, that is flash ADC. In flash ADC, it consists of a series of comparators that will compare each input signal to a unique reference voltage. Now, whenever comparator circuit arises, comparators is always being done for the two different values. So here the comparators is defined in order to compare the input signal which is provided and the unique reference voltage which is taken initially when you are designing the circuit. Okay. The comparator outputs that connects to the inputs of the priority encoder circuit. So here encoder is being used where it will divide the different signals which are provided, and with the formula of encoder, that is 2 raised to n cross n, which will produces a binary output. Okay, now with respect to that, we'll see one example of a 3-bit flash ADC circuit. We can take any example, but here I have defined 3-bit flash ADC circuit. As you can see here, the circuit comprises of, first of all, one reference voltage fixed. That is a constant value. That will not change. That will be compared with each and every value which is provided at each and every gate here. Okay, so that is provided, the current is provided or the voltage is provided with respect to resistor here. So each and every point here, individual resistor is being connected, and with reference to that, it is provided into the circuit. Now in the circuit, as you can see here, 8-line to 3-line priority encoder is being used. Why? Because here the question that we have taken is 3-bit. So encoder will be also of 8 to 3-bit. Okay, so that is 8-line to 3-line priority encoder. Now, when the voltage is being provided into the system and the signal is being taken, now whenever I am taking input, 8 inputs, so at that time, all the inputs will be active, but which one will be the highest active value, that with respect to that, the binary output will be decided by the binary encoder. Okay, so with respect to that, if we want to understand this thing, we need to have, first of all, what it will be do. As the analog input signal voltage exceeds, first of all, the last value exceeds the reference voltage at each comparator, the comparator outputs will sequentially saturate to a high state. Because if it exceeds, nothing will happen. Means no output will get. The circuit will go to a high state. Okay. Now, if it is not, then we have to, the priority encoder will generate something. That is a binary number. What with respect to what? So the binary encoder will generate a binary number based on the highest order active input. As I already said, all the values will be active, but the value which will be having the highest active value, that will be taken as an output from the encoder, ignoring all other active inputs. Now, with respect to encoder, when it is operated, the flash ADC produces an output that looks something like this. What, as you can see here, analog input signal is here and digital output is here. So input is provided in zigzag as a waveform, like it's a smooth structure. But when it is taken with respect to converter, you will get a zigzag. Why it is zigzag? Because it's a discrete value. It is having 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1 value. So it's a step form, and it will be the circuit, the output will look like this. So now, with respect to this, we have studied today in this session as, first of all, the two process of analog to digital converter, and after the two processes, we have known that there are 3 types of A to D converters, and here we have done the first type of converter.